Reactor, roll on.
Hello Reactorites, I'm Joey Ferris with Reactor, and I'm here to say that the wait is finally over. Well, at least for PC users. Rise of the Tomb Raider has officially gone on sale on Steam on January 28th, 2016, after being exclusive to Xbox One since then. But can I just say that this title is really dumb? I mean, Rise of the Tomb Raider? The only rising she does is like climbing and stuff. I mean, who came up with this title? Bane?
My friends, forget the Dark Knight. Forget the Planet of the Apes. It is the Tomb Raider that will rise again.
I've already played and beaten the game on Xbox One, so I'll be giving my overall review of it. But first, let's talk about how good the PC port is. For starters, I'm running it on an AMD R9 390 graphics card with an FX 8350 processor, both at default clock speed. So you can imagine the look on my face when I first booted the game up.
Ah, shit.
After watching the game struggle on max settings and having to tone some stuff down, making it perform better, a quick look to Digital Foundry cleared things up a bit. This game will work your PC to the bone. I turned down some minor settings and got some great performance. That is until I reached crowded areas. Then it just dips faster than Konami stock. Wait, what the hell is this?
In other words, I hope your PC is a beast, because mine is, and it's still having trouble getting to 60. I don't get it either. But let's just get to the review of the actual game.
The story is set 1 year after the events of the last game, with Lara Croft still struggling to cope with psychological damage and public ridicule. Now she's obsessively looking for a relic that her late father was looking for called the Divine Source, before a dangerous religious establishment called Trinity gets it first. The story doesn't feel special, but it manages to pique my interests with finely performed acting and great motion capture for in-game cutscenes. But that hair physics, though. Filthy NPCs. Only Lara gets the luscious hair, you get the crummy alpha textures. But don't fret, someone will love you eventually.
But the question is, who will love me?
In a market dominated by open-world video games, I'd classify Rise of the Tomb Raider as kinda open-world. Amongst all the corridors, there are various hub worlds featuring their own side quests that reward you with merch among completion. The upgrade system is vastly superior to that of the previous games, and believe me, I tried my darndest to fully upgrade Lara, but alas, there are so many options and upgrades, it's hard to decide.
The last Tomb Raider game had a forced multiplayer mode, which wasn't needed at all and acted as an awful add-on, like my ex. But this time, they figured out a way to include online capabilities while enjoying the solitude of bachelorhood. I mean single player.
If you're looking for something else to play other than the amazing campaign, Expeditions are the next best thing. They give you the option to replay story levels to achieve certain challenges, such as completing without dying, achieving a number of headshots, collecting emblems, etc. You can also equip cards that give you abilities that make things easier or harder for an added bonus of credits. These credits can be used to buy more cards, or if you don't have enough, you can resort to the microtransactions and doom us all to hell. Oh hey, if you think you can make a better level, then feel free to do so, or eat your words. While I admittedly wasn't a huge fan of Expeditions, I have to admire all the effort put into it, and if you're an achievement hunter, you'll definitely have a blast or pull out a few hairs with this.
The last Tomb Raider game had some of the best action set pieces that even rivaled those of Uncharted. Now, in Rise, they are bigger, better, and more satisfying. Kind of like...
These nuts. Got him!
I feel so ashamed.
I mean, the minute you begin the game, Lara is already trying to grasp for dear life in Mount Everest or something. Sure, there's little skill involved in these moments, but I don't care. They're awesome. Sometimes there are tense bullet time moments when you have to think fast or else.
Oh god! Oh god, no! Why'd you have to do that? Oh god, it did it again! What do you got? Not the bear! Anything but the bear! No, please, Lara, I love you!
Let's talk about the tombs, because it ain't a Tomb Raider game if you ain't raiding a tomb or two. All of these tombs are optional, but if you skip them all, why are you even playing a Tomb Raider game to begin with? You'll find them all throughout the game world, and they include well-designed environmental puzzles that'll reward you with special skills. It's a very Metroidvania-like quality. which is great because I love Metroidvania when it's done right. As for combat, it's your typical third-person shooter, nothing really special here. But with parkour in the mix, you can get really creative with your kills. It helps to gather resources beforehand if you want to craft more arrows or Molotovs in quick succession. Did I mention I had the most fun with Molotovs in this game?
Overall, I'm kind of disappointed. Not by the game. The game itself is fantastic. It has some of the best Metroidvania qualities blended together perfectly, but the PC port is rather shoddy. It's not a poorly optimized port, it just demands too much from the hardware. But if you can look past that, I highly recommend you get Rise of the Tomb Raider on either the Xbox One or PC. And with that, I give it a solid 4.5 out of 5 atoms. Thank you guys so much for watching Nerd Reactor's review of Rise of the Tomb Raider for PC. If you want to see a written version that I wrote all by myself with more information on the game itself, you can go to nerdreactor.com and read it there. And if you want to see more reviews like this one, you can check out our Fallout 4 PC review up on the main channel. And you can check out my stuff on youtube.com/RealsRealProductions, and where we have more reviews where I try to be funny, and yeah. And with that, I'm Joey Ferris with Nerd Reactor. Roll out.